Welcome to Sentul on the outskirts of Jakarta. We're at the Indonesian Grand Prix, round 14, the penultimate round, the 1997 World 500cc Championship. He's chasing his 10th successive Grand Prix victory, and already this season he's retained his World 500cc title. He has won 12 Grand Prix. This is a big ask for anybody to beat Mick Doohan here in Indonesia at the final round of the championship when he returns home triumphantly to Australia.
Yeah, four-time world champion now, Mick Doohan, and this is his 49th pole position. Whenever you look down the stat sheet for this entire field, there's one man that's utterly dominant, and it's Mick Doohan, and he's shown that all the way through this season. Nick, he's unbeaten since the Italian Grand Prix at Mugello on the 18th of May. We've gone through a whole way through the summer. Mick Doohan just has been able to stamp that authority all the way through this field.
Who can challenge him? Well, perhaps one of his own teammates is the best bet. Tadayuki Okada has taken 4 second places. Nobuatsu Aoki done a good job in his debut season in the 500cc class.
Yeah, Aoki's looked really strong all the way through this season. He's up there in second spot in the World Championship, just to show how strong he is. And we'll keep an eye out for the number 18 on his TSR Honda. But as you said, Tadayuki Okada probably the most likely to be able to bring that fight to Mick Doohan in the qualifying session yesterday. It was 0.4 of a second between the two Repsol Honda teammates though, so Okada on that number 7, he's going to need to really step up his pace to be able to go with Mick Doohan.
Yeah, and Alex Barros, special day for him. 100th Grand Prix appearance, the Brazilian.
Yeah, Alex Barros, we've seen him all the way through the last few years, able to fight at the front, challenge for podiums, challenge for race wins, and on this 100th start for him, Alex Barros is going to start from the back of the field though in 20th after a really tough qualifying session. He was 2.5 seconds off the pace and struggling, but keep an eye out for the number 4, never a man to be discounted.
So, we have 30 laps of the circuit. It's 3.965 kilometres, 2.464 miles. Total distance, 118 points.
There is Martinez ready for the green light. He gets it. Oh, Sakata. Nice start from 3rd position. Black machine, yellow number 8, streams down to the first corner. Sakata that leads from Jorge Martinez as they tip it all in. There is Nieto Jr., but it is Sakata from Martinez, from Tomomi Manako, from Gian Santi, as they all go madly round the first corner. And indeed, Manako has come up into 2nd place. Rossi's got his act together now. He's up into 3rd. The yellow flashes of number 46. He's not up into 3rd for much longer. He's up into 2nd place. There's Nobby Ueda coming through your picture. He's back in 8th position. He started from a very uncharacteristic 11th. There is Valentino Rossi's pit crew on pit wall. He's in the lead. Rossi now leads just ahead of Kazuto Sakata. Right then, Rossi's got it, but Sakata's not going to give this one up. We've got Aprilia 1-2. Manako is in 3rd position, but he's on a Honda. Manako and Sakata, they haven't won a Grand Prix this year. There's Valentino Rossi's crew on pit wall. They are keeping him abreast of the situation, and they're going to tell him that he's got a massive lead, nearly 4 seconds ahead of Kazuto Sakata. Martinez further back, and then Manako a very lonely 4th position. Ueda in 5th. He's really charging through, heading that group for 5th position. Oh, but Scalvini is trying to take it away. The yellow helmeted Italian on his Honda, but he's got Masaki Tokadome, blue number 2 behind him. There he is, and then Oichi Aoi on the silver and blue machine. Here's Frederick Petit, who was battling hard in 8th position with Gary McCoy. The Frenchman's Honda misses his braking point, goes into the gravel, but gets out safely indeed. But then Valentino Rossi continues on his way. 6 laps to go. Well, the Italian, he's won all but 3 races this year. Those other 3 have gone to Nobby Ueda. Gian Santi, number 32, comes into the pits. This is 2nd position, man. It is Kazuto Sakata, number 8. He's battling hard to try and stay ahead of Jorge Martinez Aspar. That was Kazuto Sakata's crew on pit wall, giving their rider, the Japanese rider, who hasn't won a Grand Prix for the last couple of years and would dearly win one this year. Oh, there's Tex Giesler. He had a stop and go penalty after jumping the start, and he is completely demoralised. Anyway, back with 4th position battle. It's now being headed by Tokadome, who looks over his shoulder. 5th then is Awichi Yamaha. 6th is the white number 7 of Ueda. Monaco back there behind Nobby Ueda, and then Scalvini ready to pick up the pieces in case anybody has a moment. Though this is Rossi winning another race, picking up the front wheel. Over the line he comes. Rossi wins the race ahead of Kazuto Sakata. What does Sakata have to do to get a win in 97? Martinez on the pole, like we saw at Mugello, and Ueda just gets 4th position. Martinez's crew, they're pretty happy. On the podium, well, Rossi making a joke with wrapping himself up in bandages after having a traffic accident last weekend where he was a little injured, but he was okay for this race. He just extends his lead to 98 massive points ahead of Nobby Ueda in 2nd.
Beat McDowan, so for Taddy Okada, he's going to have to dig deep all the way through this race.
Just got a glimpse there of Aratsu Aoki, 2nd in the championship, but talk or even sorted that he will be leaving Honda and joining Suzuki.
Yeah, the paddock rumour is that Nobuo Aoki will be ending ties with HRC. Obviously for the Aoki brothers, we've seen them with Honda for pretty much their entire careers, and for any of them to make that step and try and switch away from Honda really is very significant. But the chance to be a factory Grand Prix rider in the 500cc class, enough to make Nobuo Aoki switch to Suzuki for the 98 season.
Yeah, well, the 3 Repsol Hondas are pulling away at the front. Alex Crevier's closed up on his teammates Mick Doohan and Taddy Okada. There's a 3-way battle. In many ways it has been for many races of this season.
Yeah, and for Crevier, the winner of the Spanish Grand Prix earlier in the season, he hasn't won since then, but he wants to make sure that he's in this scrap at the front of the field. Crevier looks like the bike's moving around a little bit more underneath, and he looks like the one that's pushing a little bit harder than his 2 teammates, but that's just so that he's able to latch on to the back of those riders in front of him. Few injuries for Crevier through the course of this season, and it has caught him out in recent rounds as well, just trying to get that fitness back, but at least it looks like Crevier back on form again here, Nick.
Yeah, good to see. Former 125cc world champion. Looking at Luca Cadalora, also going well. It's Carlos Checa. But 3 at the front, as expected, one would have to say, not only after qualifying, but after the season in a half. Mick Doohan clinching that 4th world title in the Czech Republic. As I say, he's chasing his 10th successive Grand Prix, and it really has been an amazing season for him.
Yeah, for Doohan it's been incredible. And just going back to Crevier, he's missed 4 rounds due to that injury. He came back a couple of rounds ago in Brno, but he's still up there, 4th in the World Championship. It shows just how strong those Repsol Honda riders have been all the way through the campaign.
Go a little bit further down. Of Norikabe, Carlos Checa, Luca Cadalora. Moving this through. Here's Norikabe. And the Yamaha. Of course, Grand Prix winner himself. There's the trio. The Repsol Honda trio. Plough away at the front, opening up a big advantage here. You imagine the podium, barring any incidents, mechanical problems, will be between these 3.
Yeah, we've already seen this story play out quite a few times through the course of this season between Doohan, Okada and Crevier, able to break away at the front of the field. As I said, Nick, with Carlos Checa there in 4th position, the key thing for Checa is keep yourself out of trouble with those riders behind you. There's going to be that battle that's got Cadalora, Aoki, Abe. You've also got Takumi Aoki on the twin in the midst of that as well, so you want to make sure you're able to keep clear of that, so that if anything does happen with the likes of Crevier, Doohan or Okada, that you're able to take advantage of that and put yourself into a position to be able to stand on the podium. That's Checa on the number 8 machine, trying to break away from Cadalora on the number 3 Red Bull Yamaha.
Yeah, glimpse there of Nobby Aoki as well, but just a little bit of a gap, as you can see. There is Checa and Luca Cadalora. A lot of rumours about Cadalora, as you say, may go back to the 250s. He's certainly ridden a variety of machineries in all classes.
Yeah, triple world champion Cadalora, 125 and a double 250 Grand Prix champion, and he's always been able to show well on a 500, but just hasn't quite clicked like he would have wanted all the way through this season, and that's been the biggest issue for him. But he does still sit 5th in the World Championship. He's doing a decent job on that Red Bull Yamaha. But the key thing for Cadalora, make sure you're able to finish this season strong, just so that you know what you want to do for next season. 35 years of age, Luca Cadalora, so he is nearing the end of his career, and now he's facing all those decisions that come with it, whether or not you still want to be competing on the World Championship, whether or not you want to call time in your career.
There are the leading three. Then we have Carlos Checa. Quite a lonely fourth place at the moment for the Spanish rider. Crivier hanging on tight, but having to work very hard indeed to stay with the men at the front, Mick doing.
Sì, perché siamo infilati con la Corsa.
Last week I had an accident with my father in Lawrence Paparocchi's Porsche when I hit my head. So as you can see today, I've had some problems, so I just gave my match.
Non sono riuscito a dare il 100% e questo era il massimo che potevo fare.